on domain. In this video, we're going to show you how you can create your CNAME mapping or how to make a CNAME record on your domain or hosting site. So first, you're on your EasyLeads dashboard. So for example, you have created this california.citydeals.live, and if you have your own domain, so you want to use that for this particular subdomain, so you want to use your own branding or own domain for this site, you may do so. So first thing that you have to do, once you have your domain, you have to log into the cPanel of your hosting server. All right, so in my case, I'm going to show you an example. So here, so this is the cPanel of my hosting server. So in here, I have to go to my domains and then on the tab of the DNS. So take note, it would be different for every hosting server, but the process is similar. So first I have to go to the DNS and then select which domain that I'm going to use. So in here, I have several subdomains that has been created already. So all I need to do here is to create a new record. So add new record. So in my case, it's down here below. And also you have to take note that for each domain, so you have to contact your hosting server as to how many domain names or subdomains you can create for each domain that you have purchased with them. So here, so basically it's the same process. You're adding a new record, and then you have to input the domain name that you want to use, right? So in my case, I'm creating one, for example, for California. So I'm using california.engageleadsreview.com. So for the TTL, make sure the value is at 3,600. And then for the type, it has to be CNAME, right? So the next step is you have to put in here where you want to point this site. So we're going back to our EasyLeads. So this one, we're going to select california.citydeals.live, right? So in this case, you do not need to input the HTTPS and so on. Just go straight to the california.citydeals.live where you want to point this domain or the record that you are creating. And then afterwards, just click on the check. So you have to confirm that this will be your the record that you are creating. Along with the value, it's 3,600, and of course the CNAME. So click on confirm. Right, so once you have added it, it's here. So for you to check, so you can go through this website. We have here what's mydns.net, so you can simply visit that. And then, so here we're going to paste the domain that we have added a record on your hosting cPanel. So make sure this one is on CNAME, and then when you click on search, you will see here that it is propagated to the site where we want to point. So instead of website visitors going to this citydeals.live, it will go to california.engageleadsreview.com, right? So this is one way of checking if it has been propagated properly, right? So once you have confirmed that this has been propagated properly, you can now go back to your EasyLeads dashboard, go to site configuration. So this one, you can configure your subdomain. So here we will put the domain or the record that we have added. So it's california.engageleadsreview.com. So here, do not put also HTTPS, just enter the URL itself. So california.engageleadsreview.com, and once it's confirmed where you want to point this subdomain, click on generate my site. So you will see that it's configured successfully. So when you go to your dashboard, so you will see here your domain URL. So do not forget again to put that on the site configuration. So it would take usually 5 to 10 minutes, but sometimes it would take at least 24 hours. So you have to check once this site has been pointed to your own domain that you want to use. All right. So again, so here I'll show you an example. So for example, this one that I have previously created, I'll just check it on my what's my DNS if it's pointed to the correct Easy Deals hub or website. So here you can see here it has check mark. So it means it has propagated correctly or properly. All right. So let's check if this would point to the website. So when I go to mumbai.engageleadsreview.com, this is an example. So you will see here that it directs to the domain. So the CD Deals or the Easy Deals hub directory site where I pointed my own domain. So again, you have to take note, each of the following cPanel hosting would differ from each other, but the process is still the same. So all you have to do is to add a new record. So make sure you point it to your EasyDeals site, and the type should be CNAME. And of course, the TTL value should be set at 3,600. Then the next step, of course, site configuration. And then do not put any HTTPS on it. So configure here on your domain URL and you should be good to go. URL if it has been propagated already. So I'm going now to california.engageleadsreview.com instead of the cddeals.live. Alright, so this means that we have successfully configured our CNAME for our Easy Deals directory site pointed to our own domain that we want to use.